This is my 2021 STI, and over the last little while, you guys have seen me go from stock to pretty much my dream STI. Fully built motor, big turbo, ethanol, bigger injectors, the whole 9 yards to get this thing to where I want it to be and how it is today. But this little guy has been a little lonely in the garage. So today, bring you guys something that is going to be the next project on this channel for a good while. And it's something that I've been wanting for a long time. And today, I bring you guys the next car on the channel, and that is my new to me 1999 Nissan S15 Silvia. Now, I've always had a soft spot for the older JDM cars, and now I can officially say that I have a true JDM legend, and I'm super excited to get started building on this thing. This is a 1999 Nissan Silvia Spec-s, and this thing is pretty much bone stock. I was lucky enough to pick one up here, actually local to me, which made my life a whole lot easier. If you guys know, sometimes importing cars can be a little bit of a challenge. And this thing, for being the 25-plus-year-old car that it is pretty freaking clean. Unlike the last white car we had on the channel, this thing is a clean title, and I wanted to make sure that it's a clean title because I want to build this thing into the perfect S15, my dream S15. It's my first right-hand drive car straight from Japan, and like I said, this thing is pretty clean for how old it is. It's fully bone stock right now. So this is the Spec-s and not the Spec-r, and the difference between the Spec-r and the Spec-s, other than a little bit of chassis improvement in the Spec-r, is the motor. This still has the SR20, but it is the naturally aspirated SR20 DE as opposed to the DET, which came in the Spec-r. And let's just say that it's not going to be SR20 DE for forever. That'll be later down the line. I've really kind of been just enjoying with how this car sits. It's a nice change in pace, and we'll get there to the high horsepower motor eventually, but for right now, I'm super excited to get in this thing, get it cleaned up, and get it to be the perfect S15 for me. I already have a couple of parts and things ready to go for this car, which we're going to be doing in today's video. And I've had this car for a little bit now, but I'm just now getting to it, so I've been patient. I've been super excited to get this thing, get after it, and start to make it my own. A little note right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the previous owner must have already had the Spec-r wing on it because it has all of the holes already drilled out for it. So you can guess at some point it's gonna have a Spec-r wing. Other than that, the only thing that's been done to this car is a couple of interior mods and the Nismo clear side markers. But like I said, this thing is bone stock and it's pretty clean. But to start out, with every new car that I own, we gotta give it a nice full detail. So we got it all cleaned up. It cleans up pretty well. Keep in mind this is still a almost 3-decade-old car, but the paint is in pretty good condition for considering what it is. Got the wheels all cleaned up. I'm not a huge fan of stock wheels. They're gonna go away anyways, but overall, we have some little minor defects in the paint. Headlight cowl needs some help, but overall, this thing is pretty clean. I assume that the car sat in Japan in the sun for a little while before it came over because this whole driver's side of the car is pretty yellow. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but you can definitely see it in the sun. And then there's some little dings and stuff. I will say, when I threw the iron decon on this car had so much fallout on it. I'm not surprised, but we got as much as we could off of it. I anticipate this car is gonna get resprayed. I know this car is gonna get resprayed, but that won't happen for a little while. I have some other things I wanna do to it first before it does get resprayed. Kind of all happen at the same time. I'm sure you can kind of figure what's going on there. I'm gonna do the interior later, but as of right now, it's pretty clean. It's a pretty clean daily driver. So I do have a couple of things that I wanna do to it in this video, other than get it cleaned up. These headlights have seen better days. These are the factory HID headlights, and I really like these headlights. It's my favorite S chassis headlight, but these ones are a little rough around the edges. Thankfully, I got a brand new set ready to go. Now these are factory halogen headlights, but I did convert all the bulbs to LED. So LED projectors, LED high beams, and LED turn signals. I did have to get some adapter harnesses from D-Max, but these are super clean. These are almost brand new headlights. They look awesome. Nothing's broken about them. They're pretty functional. They're fully functional actually, and I'm really excited to get these on the car. Now, I also do have these taillights. Now these are, I believe, the D-Max taillights, and they're not the LED ones. There's an LED ones that have like a big strip that runs along the bottom. These are the other set. I haven't seen too many of these, and I don't know if I'm gonna put these on the car quite yet. I do actually really like the OEM taillights. I just feel like they look period correct, and these ones are in really good shape. And I think if I convert all these bulbs to LED bulbs, it'll really kind of give that spice up that these old taillights need. But what do you guys think? Do you think that we should switch to the other taillights? I tried them on a little bit, and the only thing I don't like about them is they kind of have this pink tint to them. They're not fully red. I would have to get amber LED turn signals because the ones in there right now are white, and I'm not a big fan of just solid white turn signals. But maybe that'll be something down the line that we do. But I have them just in case we want to do them. All the little bulbs in there are halogen bulbs, but I think if we switch them all to LED, it'll look really nice. So let's get these headlights done first. So for these, like I said earlier, got to use this little adapter harness. This plugs into the HID plug. Yep, that plugs in there. And I am going to be careful with these new ones. Everything else is the same. That looks so much better already. Let's go ahead and test them out real quick. Oh yeah. That looks so much better. LED everything, LED projectors, LED running lights. Let's test the turn signals. Oh yeah, that is so much better than those old crusty headlights over there. I do actually really like the LED turn signals too. They're actually really bright. They're actually even brighter than the factory HIDs, which I'm not surprised by, but they turned out so much better. That looks 10 million times better. It's actually crazy the difference that headlights make on a car. Next up, let's get these taillights done. Big ass spider. Get out of here. Ah! Gross. So there we have it. Obviously I have to fix the hyperblink, but I have a solution for that. I just can't do it right now. The LEDs in the factory taillights look so much better. Up front, new headlights. So much cleaner, looks brand new from factory, minus everything else that's kind of screwed up on this car, but looks good, I'm happy with it. Last thing we have left to do is to replace all the LED bulbs in the dash. Honestly, this took me absolutely forever to get out. These connectors on the back are just such a pain to get to, but we got it out. There's 10 of these little itty bitty bulbs, and it appears that someone had already swapped these out for LEDs. We're gonna swap them out for mine and test it. I think we might have to just flip them around and that'll get them to actually go. But like half of these were out. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip those around and I'm gonna throw it back in the car and test it out. So I just finished up the gauge cluster, and it actually looks a lot better. So then we turn the lights on. It's actually fully illuminated now. Before, it was like only half of one of the dials, and then a bunch of lights were out. I also replaced both the turn signals with LEDs, so those are nice and bright. And I also installed the little resistor module so that the LEDs don't hyper flash anymore. So it's the little things that matter. It's the tiny things that just make it better, make it more enjoyable. But check this out. Everything is still in Japanese, which makes it hard for me to use the radio, but it's kind of cool. Interior on this car is actually really nice. The dash is in great condition. All the other gray trim is just kind of dirty and a little bit scratched up. Nothing's broken. It all looks really good. Dude, this car is in great shape for, I mean, other than the steering wheel. The steering wheel is a little rough, but this is all gonna go away anyways. The car is in great shape for how old it is. I guess I ought to fire it up since you guys haven't heard it yet. Not that it's anything spectacular, but fire it up for you guys. Starts right up. 27 years old, starts right up. Those LED tails make such a difference. Obviously it's super quiet because it literally still has a stock exhaust. It's stock everything, literally stock everything, except for some really cheap eBay coilovers, but we're gonna fix that here in a little while. It really transforms this entire front end so much. Just headlights, that's it. But yeah, overall, super happy with this car. I'm not sure if this car is equipped with it because I think the relay is missing up front, but I didn't know this. The S15s actually have rear steering. It's called high cast. I don't know if this one works on this car, but it's kind of cool that a car from 1999 had rear steering. It's not crazy, but it's, I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. Having these two cars together is so sick. We finally have another white car in the garage. We used to have a white 05 STI if you are new to the channel. And then I got this one, and I sold the 05 STI. But a white car has made its return to the garage. I'm actually pretty excited to drive it for a little bit in its stock form. I don't know, there's just something kind of like nostalgic and retro about it. Is this car slow as hell? Yes. It is by no means fast, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. Like, just have something that you can literally just step in and throttle whenever you want. Something that's a little tail happy. It's tiny, it feels like a little like go-kart. That's literally what it feels like. It feels like a tiny go-kart. The STI, this car, it feels pretty big when you're driving it, comparatively speaking. Like, it's a bigger sedan, whereas this is like a little coupe from Japan. Yeah, it's like a little street legal go-kart, and it's kind of cool driving on the right-hand side. So obviously I have some pretty big plans for this car. It's definitely not going to stay stock for long. I bought this car as the next project car, so it's going to be a project, and there's going to be a long period of time where this car sits on jack stands, and I have a lot that I want to do to this car, a lot that I have in mind. I haven't really like dialed down and like decided the exact things I want yet, but I think when I'm done with this car, it's going to be really cool. And I think it's going to be something that you don't see a whole lot of here stateside. Maybe you go to Australia or Japan, you see them all the time, but stateside, at least where I live, you don't see these at all. I know of like 2 other people that have these cars, so it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. I think the other big thing for me with this car is I'm learning an entirely new platform. I have no experience whatsoever with the S-chassis cars, like none, zero. I'm very comfortable with Subarus. Pretty much any generation Subaru I'm really comfortable with. That's just kind of what I've been doing so far. But getting into an S chassis is something totally new for me, which is pretty exciting, but it's also kind of scary because I don't even know how to source parts. I don't know what parts to get. I don't know what works with what. So it's going to be a big learning curve for me with this car, but I am really excited. I mean, at the end of the day, car's a car, but as far as like building this car correctly and good, it's going to take me some time to kind of figure out what I want. Let me know what you guys think of this car, and let me know what you guys would like to see on this car. I'm kind of an open slate as far as what to do with this car, so I would really like to know what you guys think we should do. Any ideas, wide body kits, motor swaps, you name it. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. With that, I'll see you in the next one.